So maybe you guys get bored,
Yes.
but still we
So
have to learn these.
thing is, I'm not at all bored. I'm just loving it. Like, yeah, it depends on the psychology of every various person. I just love hormones to read. Like, these are very lovely.
Okay,
And
then
also,
that is fine because I'm just feeling that because I'm just teaching you a core biology part, right? So
I
I
really
think
want
you
to
guys
know
get bored.
the anatomy of hearing because I work with the music and hearing the oral awareness is the main part of being a vocalist. So yeah, I'm already teaching many students, so I need to know it more and I want to know it. Literally, I'm very happy, very
Okay,
excited to be
then it
honest.
is fine. Then now I'm satisfied.
Yeah, please, no worries. Please continue.
Okay, then fine. Start. Anatomy of hearing. See, we have learned about the sound, physics of sound, or the elements of music, right? We have actually learned about the music. Music is a sound, and it have two parts. That is that there are some elements, and then there are some physical part of some physics as well, right? We have discussed that. Now we are discussing here how that sound goes to our ear, then our how our brain interrupt that, and then how we just perceive that sound. Okay, so in this topic we are discussing about them. So first of all, anatomy of hearing. So in anatomy of hearing, basically how this from where we just hear. We hear from a ear. We hear from our ear. Okay, so we will discuss about the anatomy of ear, and then how ear is connected to the brain, and then how brain interpret that sound which travel from ear to the brain. Okay, so hearing is facilitated by complex system that convert sound wave into the electrical signal because brain perceive electrical signal, and it can only interpret that electric signal and then give response. So that's why our sound wave have to be converted to the electrical signal. Okay, how this happen, what are the mechanism of this, we will discuss. So basically let's talk about the ear, a sense organ for hearing. Okay, so ear have three part. First one is the outer ear, then middle ear, and then inner ear. Okay, so what is outer ear? Outer ear have two part. This is known as the pinna, right? And this is known as the auditory canal. This one is pinna and this is auditory canal. Okay? Pinna, or we can say auricle. This is the outside part of the ear. What is the function of this? Pinna collects sound waves and direct them to the auditory canal. Fine. From different directions, sound wave is collected here, and all those waves is and transmitted to the this auditory canal. Fine. Then
Is
what
it
is
external auditory?
are you saying something?
Is yeah, is it external auditory? No,
Right.
there is
It is the
another one.
external part. This one, which we have see, right? Which we can hold. That is the pinna, or we can say auricle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Right. Basically in the English we just learn about the ear, right? But when we learn in the science, then we see that the outer part is not the part of the ear. That is the only one part of our ear. Ear is a long canal, right, which is connected to the brain.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's that way. I
fine.
have painted, I have drawn many year anatomy. in the schools.
Okay, okay, fine. So, if in the outer ear we have two part. That one is pinna, and then is the external auditory, or we can say right. We can say auditory canal. Okay. So, what is the function of auditory canal? So, auditory canal. This is the tube that connect the outer ear to the inside middle ear. Fine. Now, let's discuss about the. Okay. After this, I will show you diagram. I have diagram also. Okay, fine. This is the auricle. This one. This one is the auricle. It collects the sounds and then transmit to this tube. Uh, just a minute. I will take the different color.
Yeah, that was I was going to tell.
Red is fine. Now I think it is visible.
Yes.
See. So this here from here. This is our outer ear. And this is my middle ear. And this is the inner ear. Fine. In the outer ear, one is auricle and there is an external auditory canal. From auricle, sound is collected and then transmitted to the external auditory canal. Then external auditory canal connect the outer ear with the middle ear. And here is a cavity which is known as the tympanic cavity where a membrane is present which is known as the tympanic membrane. You guys see the green part, right? This is known as the tympanic membrane. Okay. Generally, we call
Mm,
that eardrum, right?
yeah.
Fine. And later, our middle ear will start. Okay. So here what is mentioned about the tympanic membrane? The tympanic membrane divides the external ear from the middle ear. Okay. It is the membrane between the external ear and the middle ear. Right? Now let's discuss about the middle ear. So middle ear contains three ossicles. In the middle ear, there are three small bones. These ossicles are the bones. Okay. There are three bones which are smallus, incus, and stapes. Okay. And it have a eustachian tube. Okay. Now, what is the function of all those things? So basically, ossicle, they amplify the vibration and transmit them to the oval window of the cochlea. Cochlea is the part of the inner ear. Fine. See. Here you can see these three bones. That is the malleus. Here is the incus. And here is the stapes. Okay. This step is attached with the window of the cochlea. Cochlea, this is the part of my inner ear. Okay. From cochlea, that all those signal is converted to the basically the sound wave is converted to the electric impulse, and then here is the cochlear nerve. Then it will transported to the brain, transmitted to the brain. And our brain interpret that and function according to that or response according to that. Okay. Now you guys get the understand the path of the sound in our ear, how it travel from outer ear to the brain. Okay.
What is the work of the eustachian tube?
I will tell. But first of all, you guys get the idea how the sound travel.
Yes, the
Okay,
cochlea
fine.
is the main organ.
Okay, fine. And now just a minute. Give me 1 second. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, we are here. Uh, we are learning about the Eustachian tube. Okay, so Eustachian tube, it is a canal that link the middle ear with the back of the nose. Right. So basically, it help in the balancing of the body. Ear have the another function is the basically equalizing the pressure. Okay. So Eustachian tube helping in that. Fine. So a canal that link the middle ear with the back of the nose, the Eustachian tube help to equalize the pressure to that of the atmosphere pressure in the middle ear. Equalized pressure is needed for the proper transfer of the sound wave. This equalized pressure needed for transmission of the proper sound, basically the transmission of the sound wave in the proper manner. Right? That's why there is the here is a Eustachian tube. Fine. It generally it is lined with the mucus. Mucus is we have a mucus in our nose, in the throat, right? That are semi-liquid part. Okay, mucus. The consistencies of the mucus is the semi-liquid. So generally, Eustachian tube is also lined with the mucus, just like the inside the nose and the throat. It also allow for air exchange with the middle ear. Fine. Okay, Shairi? I'm
Yes,
audible.
ma'am.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay. Now, uh, here in the middle ear, along with these three bones and this tube, there are two muscles as well. Okay. So let's discuss about those muscles. One is the tensor tympani and another is that stapedis. Okay. So what is the function of these muscles? Hmm. Sorry. These are the tensor tympani arising from the superior surface of the Eustachian tube. What is the function of this? This have the function of the basically when the contracting whenever there is a contraction because we have discussed how the sound propagate it contract and then there is a relaxation refraction, right? Contraction and refraction, right? With that the sound wave is propagate. So when contracting, it pull the handle of the malleus mediated to the tense tympanic membrane and reduce the amplitude of the sound vibration. Okay, so basically it regulate the amplitude of the sound. Fine.
But
So that
so can you explain it with the help of diagram?
with the time. Okay, I will try. So generally, what I am saying in we will see in this here. This is the Eustachian tube. Okay, it connected with this. I think here muscles are not mentioned, but here are the muscles which are connected. Just a minute. The tensor tympani, it connected with the superior surface and then connected with the right malleus. Okay, it pull the handle of the malleus. So here is the muscle. I will draw with another. Actually, I'm not drawing the actual position of this. I'm just trying. I'm trying to make you understand. Okay. So I will take
Yeah.
another pen. So we can consider here is the muscle which pull the malleus. Okay, because how this malleus incus and step is work. Basically, when the sound when the sound vibration come from the auditory canal, then it strike the tympanic membrane, and then from the tympanic membrane, the vibration go to the malleus. then malleus and incus are just connected together in the tightly manner, and the lower part of the incus is connected with the stapes. So when the vibration goes, then vibration first goes to the malleus, then it goes to the incus, and then go to the stapes. So these three bones help in the transmission, amplifying the sound from outer ear to the inner ear. Okay, so here one muscles is also regulating the basically the amplification of that sound by controlling the malleus part. So it hold the malleus, right? So that if the sound is in the high amplitude, then it control that. Now you get my point?
Yes, ma'am.
It lower the amplitude. Okay, so that it can prevent the damage, further damage, because if there is a if our ear get sound with a high amplitude, then maybe it cause harm to our ear. So that's why we have a system to control that amplitude of the sound. Okay, Shruti, now it is fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Now let's discuss the another one is the, so here it is mentioned, this prevent the damage of the internal ear when there is a loud sound. Okay. So another is the stapedus. Stapedus is the smallest muscle in the human. So when stapedus contracts, it pull steps posteriorly and change the shape of the oval window. This is reduce the amplitude of the sound vibration reaching the internal ear for the protection. So basically both of them are functioning to reduce the sound, but they both function on the different bone. The first one is the tensor tympani, work on which bone, that is on the malleus, and the stapedus work on the pull the stapes. Okay, fine. So that they protect our inner ear. Right. Now let's move to the inner ear. We have one class tomorrow as well. Fine. So the later part of this we will discuss in the tomorrow class. Okay. So when this meeting is when the time of this meeting up, then we will close the today's session.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So okay, one more thing I have to tell you, Shruti. Shruti, you have to contact Mr. Ajit. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
He have to discuss about your fees.
Yes, I don't
We
know.
want to
Yeah,
discuss
okay.
about your fees. Okay.
Yeah,
So just
yeah.
connect with him.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Now let's discuss about the inner ear. Inner ear, that is the cochlea. Okay, in an inner ear, where basically it have a part which is known as the cochlea, right? So the cochlea is the fluid-filled structure with hair cells which are known as the sensory receptor in the organ of the body. These cells convert mechanical energy into the neural impulses via the auditory nerve. We will discuss the mechanism of all those things, how this how all those things is converting in the that is the another part that is the physiology. Okay, physiology of hearing. Here I'm just telling the anatomy, how our ear is basically what are the part of the ear. Okay, so in the inner ear we can see here, this is the cochlea, right? So in this the snail like shape, right? This one. Here here what is mentioned, the here organ of Corti is present. In this organ of Corti, there are some cells which are known as hair cells. These cells have the function of sensory receptor. They receive the sound, and then from here the sound is converted to the neural impulses, or we can say electrical impulses. Those electrical impulses are perceived by auditory nerve. That auditory nerve is the cranial nerve 8th. We have many cranial nerves. Those nerve have named those nerve named with a number. Okay, cranial nerve 1, 2, 3, and like that. There is one cranial nerve that is 8, which is connected with our ear. Fine. Okay, so base of cochlea is more sensitive to the high frequency. But we can see we can distinguish between the high frequency sound, or we can distinguish with the low frequency sound. Basically, we can distinguish between the sound of different person, right? We can say that you can easily distinguish my sound and the other instructor sound, right? How that possible? Because our cochlea have this basically this is done by the cochlea, right? Because cochlea is more sensitive to the high frequency. The base part of the cochlea is more sensitive to the high frequency, and while the apical portion of that is for the faint vibration, or I can say low frequency. Fine. And that's why we can distinguish between the types, different type of frequency. Okay, so here I can just summarize what I'm saying, that auditory part. So what happened? The impulse travel through the what happened basically? Hearing start with the outer ear. When a sound is made outside the outer ear, the sound wave or vibration travel down the external auditory canal. Okay. Then it strikes the eardrum, that is the tympanic membrane, also known as the tympanic membrane, right? Then this eardrum vibrates, start vibrating. Our meeting will up in the 10 minutes. Okay. Then we will end up the session, today's session here. Fine. After 10 minutes, we will end the session.
Okay.
Mr. Shrikant, are you here?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay, because you are not saying anything now. Okay, fine. So let's move. Then after the vibration of the tympanic membrane, the vibration then pass to the 3 tiny bones in the middle ear, that is the ossicles, which are known as ossicle. We have discussed all those tiny bones. Okay, that is Meles, Incus, and Stapes. Then the ossicle amplify the sound. So I have mentioned the function of these 3 bones, that is the amplification of sound. Then those bone amplify the sound and transmit to they send the sound wave to the inner ear. Okay, and into the inner ear. In the inner ear, the the sound wave goes to the cochlea. Okay, that is the fluid-filled hearing organ. Fine. So we can say this is the main organ which change the sound wave to the electric impulse. Fine. So or we can say this is the sensitive organ. Okay, because we can say the other part, or the outer ear or the middle ear is just transmitting the sound, but where the sensation of where the perceiving of the sound occur, that is in the cochlear region. Fine. So once the sound wave reach the inner ear, they are converted into the electric impulse. Electric impulse, what that means? Basically, in our body, see, here is the nerve cells. Okay, nerve cells is working. So in the nerve cells, generally two two ions work. That is sodium and potassium ion. So they produce. They are just starting. Uh, what I'm saying. Basically, see that there is a nerve cell like this. So nerve cell have the plasma membrane. So in the plasma membrane, some channels are open so that sodium potassium pumps are open, which produce the electric impulse, because these are the ions. Sodium and potassium are the ions. Okay, so from by these sodium and potassium, electric impulse are generated. Fine, because of the positive and negative charge. Both have positive charge, but there is a mechanism that when there are charge distribution is like that. In the outer side, sometime in the outer side, the positive charge is more, or and in the inner side the positive charge is less. So where is the less positive charge, we considered it the negative. We consider that part negative. Okay, so that's this is the mechanism of the electric impulse, how the electric impulse generated. Fine. So in that particular area, the sound wave is converted to the electric impulse. The auditory nerve send these impulses to the brain. The brain then translate these electric impulse as a sound. Fine. Then these electric impulse go to the nerve wave. These electric impulse with the help of the auditory nerve go to the brain, and then brain translated. Then brain, according to the brain, what the brain perceived, then it responds according to that. Fine. So we have
Yes.
discussed about the anatomy of hearing. That is the part of all the part of ear. Is that fine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, very good.
Here is the vestibular nerves. Vestibular nerve are generally, see, there is the cochlear nerve. These are for the auditory stimulus, right? And then there is the vestibular nerve. Vestibular nerve is for the balancing, because ear have another function of balancing. Okay, so these help in the balancing as well. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
this helps in the balancing.
right. Ear has
Balancing
the
of the sound
balancing
wave
of our
or
body, right?
okay.
Okay. So this is the part of the balancing. We will discuss in the later part, or I don't think we have to discuss this part. But if you're interested, then you can go to the just type the vestibular nerve on the Google, and then you get the very nice article for this. Okay, then you can read, or I will discuss in the later class about this, how that help in the balancing after we've completing the hearing portion.
Sure.
Okay, fine. So I think let's end the session here only, because we have 3 minutes only. So
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I know.
After that, I'm feeling sleepy, so just want
It's okay.
start
It's
That'll
okay.
be
sleeping.
great. I have to go for my student's wedding.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Okay, fine. Okay, fair. Then bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. It was a wonderful session and very informative. So
Okay,
thank you.
then. Thank
Thank
you.
Thank
you.
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thanks, ma'am. Bye.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
Very nice. But will you be sharing today the
Yes, yes, I will
PPT?
share this today.
Okay. All right. See you tomorrow then. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
then. Bye. Bye.